I am one of the 91 education POE students here at Juniata College. Now, how does that shape your perception of me? If I had started off my speech by saying that I wanted to become a neurosurgeon and work with the mysteries and complexities of the human mind, would you have sat up a little straighter in your seats, perked up your ears a bit more, seen me as more intelligent and therefore more worthy of your interest? The future neurosurgeons of America and I actually have a lot more in common than you think. As the great American writer John Steinbeck once said, I have come to believe that a great teacher is a great artist, and that there are as few as there are any other great artists. It might even be the greatest of the arts, since the medium is the human mind and spirit. So while I may not be cutting into the skull and physically looking and working with the human brain, I will be shaping and molding my students' minds to teach them to be conscious and responsible citizens. If we want freedom, justice, and equality to ring for all, then the place that we need to start is our education system here in the United States. 88% of school-age children go through the public education system in the US, and 1.2 million of those students drop out every year. That's 7,000 each and every day. A PBS report says having a high school diploma means you earn an average of $10,000 more per year than a high school dropout. Those who do not have a high school diploma are 63 times more likely to be incarcerated than a college graduate. Education lifts people out of poverty and greatly improves the quality of life, but only when the teachers are supported. Specifically, we need to focus our attention on our teachers who choose to be there, unlike the students who must be there. We need to love, nurture, respect, and pay our teachers because they touch our future. Instead, unfortunately, we get those who can do and those who can't teach. We've heard it a million times. This is the biggest put-down we have for people who are called to be educators. Why would someone choose to make a meager salary instead of becoming a titan of industry? Those who can do and those who can't teach? I'm feeling discouraged already. Okay, think of a skill that you are really good at, really, truly excellent at. Now, what would you have to do to take that information that is in your mind and put it into someone else's? Think of the steps you would have to take. What kind of planning and preparation would you have to do? What would you do if your student didn't understand that particular skill the way that you do? Or what if they just don't learn the same way that you did? How would you give them the freedom to imagine and create? Would you be flexible enough to change your thinking in order to help someone else to understand? Sure, you can do it, but can you teach it? A huge contributing factor to America's negative perception of teachers is government attitude and policies towards teachers. Teachers are the bad guys. Why are our children failing and not keeping up with other nations of the world? The teachers. Why in our inner cities are the graduation rates so low? The teachers. Why is there such a high correlation between low graduation rates and high incarceration statistics? The teachers. Wow, I really have a lot of power to wreak ill and havoc on our society, don't I? But if I have the power to bring us all down, then maybe I also have the power to raise us all up. Maybe I can help to make freedom, justice, and equality ring for all, even if only in my own classroom. Are you aware of the hoops created by national and state governments that we education students have to jump through before we even become teachers? We had to be fingerprinted at 18 and had a background check done by the FBI so we could even interact with a student. We had to spend hundreds of dollars on tests that the state changed halfway through our education. They keep changing their minds, and education departments across the country scramble to keep up with what is and isn't important. It's an exhausting system. And everyone is asking questions about education. How can you keep track of students' performance if you aren't testing them constantly? How can you improve teaching if you have no accountability for bad teachers or merit pay for good teachers? We have a lot of questions, and I have an answer. The education system I dream of is already happening in Finland, where they have the #1 education system in the world with 100% literacy rates. Finland is this extraordinary place where teachers make just as much, if not more money, than doctors and lawyers. Through Finland's struggle for excellence, they found equality to be the answer. They overhauled their education system 40 years ago using the motto, whatever it takes, and they've never looked back. Teachers are respected, revered even, and thoroughly prepared to educate Finland's children. And it truly works. In Finland, they are able to place emphasis in education on equal opportunity to all. That is, equality and excellence go hand in hand. Or, in the words of Dr. King, intelligence plus character. That is the goal of true education. Every child should have exactly the same opportunity to learn, regardless of family background, income, or geographic location. Education must be seen first and foremost not as a way to produce star performers, but as an instrument to even out social inequality. We can learn a lot from Finland. Their idea of whatever it takes is powerful. So, what exactly is it going to take? We need to see our teachers as inherently valuable, because when you value a person, you trust them, and you build a system in which they can flourish. We do whatever it takes so that people want to be teachers, because it is a highly competitive and prestigious career. And parents will want their children to go through the public education system because they know their child's teacher will do whatever it takes to treat their child equally and help them to grow and excel. And our government will do whatever it takes to trust and reward our teachers, much in the same way that they trust our doctors and scientists to make our society better, healthier, and smarter. One of Dr. King's respected colleagues, Dr. Reverend Abernathy, said, "I don't know what the future may hold, but I know who holds the future. The teachers of America hold our nation's future. The teachers of America hold the future with our nation's children in the palm of their hands." We need to believe in our teachers, just as Dr. King believed in the power of a dream where freedom, justice, and equality ring for all. So remember, those who can, do, and somebody taught them how to do it.